On a Disney Cruise Line ship, what activity do I enjoy the most? I'm going to tell you. Disney Cruisers, welcome! You have found one of my videos on my favorites playlist. These are videos where I just simply tell you what my favorite things are on the Disney Cruise Line. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite activity that you can do on the ships. If you are new here, hello, I'm Ashley. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy what you see. Please consider subscribing. It'll do you a ton of good. And if you are returning to our family, then please give me a thumbs up down below so that everyone can see that you are here. There are a lot of activities on the ship, especially on sea days. There are just a ton of things going on. I mean, so much so that when you go into activities, there could only be like 10 people in there because there's so many things going on that people are just spread out all over the ship. My favorite activity is kind of like more than one activity because they do it a ton on the cruise. If you go on a cruise and I'm on it, you will see me at all the trivia. I love the trivia. They have so many different genres of trivia games: music, Disney knowledge, Pixar knowledge, park knowledge, brain teasers, pop culture. There's just a ton, and they will tell you on the navigator which trivia you're going to. Like, I don't really go to like 70s music trivia because I don't know any of it. So you are able to pick and choose. If you don't want to spend your whole time doing trivia, you can decide which categories fit you best and the ones that excite you the most. Trivia is found all over the ship. Sometimes it's in one of the adult lounges, sometimes it's in the D lounge, sometimes it's in a pub. Like, it's everywhere. You just have to look on your location. And some of them are 18 and older. It'll say for adults only. Please do not take your kids to the ones that say adults only. Most of the time it's because some of the material inside of the questions could make your kid question something. They might have a question now about the authenticity of characters, those sorts of things. So if it says adults only, don't take your kid to it. Some of the trivias last longer than others. The ones where they play a song clip and you have to write down the title and the movie, well, you also have to listen to the song clip. They play the song clip multiple times. They give you time to write it down, but then also when they're going over the answers, they play the song clip again. Then you have to answer, there's two answers, the title and the movie it comes from, so it just takes longer. I would say the longest trivia I've ever been in was about an hour. I've also been in and out of trivia in 20 minutes. Let's say you're in the pub for trivia at 3 o'clock, and then on the navigator it says at 3:30 there's something else in the pub. More than likely you can assume that you will be done by 3:30 because there's something else coming. If there's nothing else in that area, you can assume it's going to be one of the longer trivia games. Every trivia is set up the same way. You get pencils and a piece of paper for your team. Your team can be up to 4 people. You put your team name on it, and then you just simply number your paper and answer the questions. Sometimes they let you check your own answers. Sometimes you have to swap papers with people next to you and check their answers so there's no cheating going on. It's really fun. The cast members, though, can really make or break it. If they're like all high energy and super fun, then you're gonna have a good time. If they're hard to hear or hard to understand, or they're like blah 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 and like they don't want to be there, then that kind of sets the mood for trivia as well. Side note that I just thought of: if you are going to like a 2 o'clock trivia in the pub, don't expect the bar to be open. It will not be open. Bring your own beverages with you. So before I play trivia, I'm super excited and I am sure 100% I'm gonna win. Then throughout trivia, like, I'm pretty confident. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I might have got that one wrong or that one wrong, but like, I am so confident. Then we all grade our papers, and can you tell I'm a teacher? Then we grade the papers, and then guess what? Like, you can lose and only have 1 or 2 wrong. Like, some of these people are so hardcore and they know so much, like, they're just so good at it. But it's not like it's because they're cheating or they've done a lot of trivia. If you go to like 70s music trivia, there's a lot of different like playlists that they can choose from. So it's always different questions. It's not like people who are gold members like have it memorized. They don't have it memorized. But some, I mean, they're like so hardcore, and they will like, you could lose by only getting 1 wrong. Like, you think you're gonna win, and then I'm so mad at the end when I lose, like so mad. But then I find another trivia and I'm all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, I'm the best, even though I'm playing with all the people who just beat me. But I will tell you, you do win something every time you play trivia. You can check out this video to see what you win when you win games. It's super cool. And so yeah, that's all I have to say. I just love trivia. If you're on a cruise with me, then you should be on my trivia team, because normally it's just my husband and I, and you can have up to 4 people. And normally the people with the larger groups do win because obviously they pool together all their Disney geniusness, and then therefore they win. At least do 1 trivia. There's a ton. There's at least 1 that can fit into your schedule. Tell me in the comments below, do you love trivia? Do you suck at it? Are you great at it? And what's your favorite activity on the ship? Thanks so much for watching this video, cruisers. I will see you next time. Goodbye.